Welcome back to the final approach, and you find us just launching the Swede 5, I think this is. It's another one of our Swede craft, and this is going up to Minmus because we've now got a crew that we need to sort out. Now they are currently just orbiting Minmus. They're not attached to a space station or anything, and they're going to need to be because we've got space here for 3 crew, and well, there's only 2 on that craft, so we need to sort that out. And oh dear, that's gone interesting. Let's get the SAS going on there for that. So aim of this mission is get them back. We're also going to take a look down at what our next mission objective is going to be, or one of our future mission objectives, because we're going to drive the rover over with Mittler to actually have a look at what is on the surface and what we need to do. So I'm going to get this into orbit, and then I will see you when we're on our way to Minmus. Right, we are now in orbit, and we're heading, well, we're not in orbit, we're heading off towards Minmus. We've got this nice track towards Minmus. I'm going to set a timer for this, so let's see if I can actually manage this. So we're going to create an alarm. Let's see, SOI change, and I want it to go off, event margin, I want it to go off 5 minutes. No, actually it's fine, because I don't want to do a movement as soon as I get there. So it says it's going to be 6 days until that happens. Is that about right? Yes, it is. Right, so we can leave that, and we can come back over here, and we can actually get our craft. What's it, Pumpkin 3? Yeah, Pumpkin 3 needs to get to the space station, so we're just going to switch to Pumpkin 3 and get that to the space station, because that launch from Pumpkin 3 was not brilliant. In fact, both of the missions so far today, this actual launch, getting it to the station, and the launch from that recovery vessel, that was not a good rendezvous with Minmus. So let's have a look. Why have I got a maneuver? I don't want that maneuver. That's very odd. Right. So let's have a look. That's going to be our target. And first of all, whoa, that is a lot of difference in stuff there. Right. We're going to go for the ascending node over here. I think that's going to be there. Add maneuver. That's going to be in 43 minutes. Right, and we're going to do it, turn that down a bit until it gets hopefully on level. There we go. So that's not perfect, but it'll do a little bit for us. That's going to put us into basically a higher orbit, which is not the way I like to do it, but we'll do that. Right, so let's go along and get to that node. So this craft is got lots of fuel on board. It's got enough to go up and down a few times. You can see we're actually over the top of our launch site, which is actually what you'd probably expect, isn't it? Because we launched at an angle from here. We actually diverted just before that. So let us put ourselves onto the correct position. There we go. And we're going to fire our engines when we're on the time. Now this is, it's not a massive burn because it's Minmus. So Minmus, I really don't care about inclination, arrival and things like that, because it's so little delta V requirement to actually do these things, particularly if you're not right next to the surface. So that's what we're doing. We're not too worried about that, and we're just going to rock it all the way down, and there we go. That's close enough. Right, difference is now 0.2. Perfect. Right. We now need to go. We're currently behind. Oh, this is annoying. Because we're behind, we're actually going to have to, yeah, our orbit's going to have to happen a few times, isn't it? Right, so let's do this and that and that, and there we go. That's it. So it's going to be what, 3 hours? That's not bad, actually. Not bad at all for a potential rendezvous. So we're going to go to there. Let's check on our maneuver, and this is, we've got what, 500 meters there. Can I make it a little better than 500? Oh, I got like a 10 or a 20 there. That was 10 or a 20. The 200. Right, so let's do a little bit of maneuver node playing. We're going to just have a look at really low thrusts. That's going the wrong way, so I want a bit of retro. That gives me 28 there. I think we'll just go for that. That is sort of what we're looking for. Right. We're going to speed along to that, keeping an eye on our craft that's going to arrive. We really want this docked and ready before the next craft arrives. Right, off we go. A couple more. One more cycle, I think, is it? How quick's the orbit on here? It's okay. It's going to be, yeah. It's only a couple of orbits. That's not as I thought. It was going to be more orbits than that. That's interesting. Right. We can actually put this on prograde roughly, I think, is it? No, not to target, to orbit. Retrograde. Stop being silly sea monsters. You know that it's retrograde because you're doing that. Right. We're going to jump to here and have a look. So we're coming in. We've got about 37 seconds. It's a 1 second burn. It's so much fuel, so much thrusted. Yeah, it's not going to be much of a burn, which is what we want. We want a nice, easy sort of plane change. Well, not plane change. Hoffman transfer. Technically, is it a Hoffman transfer if it's not between planetary bodies? I assume it is. I assume it's a Hoffman transfer. Still, I'll have to look that up. Right, there we go. Let's have a look. We're within 1 kilometer, so we're going to pop on RCS and just use that to bring it down to, there we go, and maybe a little bit of that, there we go, and some of that. Right, we're going to be within, take us within, I don't want to go too close, yeah, 34 is more than close enough. It's actually probably too close. Right, then we're going to come around here and we're going to warp to there. We've still got a while until we get our other craft arriving, so we're not in the thing. Now, what to do about Pumpkin 1? Do you think I should rescue Pumpkin 1 at some point? Should that be a mission? Or do we just leave it? Do we just leave it and go, you know what, you've done enough rescue type missions, it's not a big issue? It's an interesting one, isn't it? Right, so there is the target. I'm going to now switch to target mode retrograde. And firing those is actually misaligned things. Right, so we're doing, oh, look at that, we're doing 13 kilometers a second, 13 meters a second. Too much. That's, I could actually stop that with RCS. It's so easy. This thing is so overpowered, this lander. I should have, I should have actually modified it. I mean, we've got space here for all these heavy things, so it's a little cargo carrier if we need it. I just need to work on actually landing it accurately, would be useful. So we're about 2 minutes out. We can speed towards it there, get it down to about a minute, and then we'll slow it down a little bit. Right, we're down to about there, and then, right, we're now 40 seconds. So this is where we can start doing a little bit of firing of engines and things like that. I could wait until I went straight past and then just zero it out, which would be the sensible way of doing this, but I am not going to do that. So let's have a look. All we're going to do is go to the station and basically collect a passenger and wait for, well, we're not, we're going to actually offload everything in reality, but we're just going to be collecting a crew together and samples together and stuff like that. I could take that sample of moon rock or something and use it on the station, but I don't think I want to. Right, let's fire some engines and slow it down. There we go. So we're now moving just ever so slowly underneath it. You'll notice I don't go under 1 meter per second difference, because then I actually lose the ability to guide. I can just hold stability assist, which is a nice little thing because it would jump around all over the place if I did sometimes. And so we're just going to drift this back, and I think we're going to go for the far node. Yeah, I think we'll go for the back of the station. I could just flip us around right now. Actually, I could stop us and flip us around, but I like going past stations before I fire main engines too much, and then come back to them, as it were. Right. So we're just going to wait until we go underneath. There we go. Flying underneath all the way, and a little tiny bit of thrust. There we go. There we are. Right. Now, a little bit of RCS time. Oh. Did we just leave the engine on? Oh, come on. Right, fire back. Yeah, we left the engine on. Oh, that's annoying. Right. Okay. So, what's our target going to be? I think it's going to be this docking port here. So, set as target. Right, and then we're going to control from here. I always do this, even though I know that this is actually aligned the same, I always control from the docking port I actually want to dock with, primarily just because of habit. Because if you have big craft, or at least my experience of this, if you have big craft, what you can actually end up doing is having all manner of issue regarding, you know, am I actually doing this, am I doing that, and am I lined up, all this other stuff. Right, now I want to see my alignment. I am not aligned, so we're going to just turn the craft like that's at least a little bit more aligned. That's okay, right. And then we'll do that. You notice I've turned off RCS for this because I don't want it firing randomly. Now I'm going to put RCS back on, and we're going to go up a bit. There we go. Give me a little bit of up thrust. 3's good. 4's even better. And I now want to thrust forward again, because we're actually now leaving where we want to be. And then I'm doing a long distance one here, so that way. I want to go a little bit that way. And then we can just time warpy a little bit, and it's going to bring us up towards it. And before we get to the engine bell, we'll actually check the alignments again. So there we go. Right, how are we doing? Right, okay, so we want a lot more of that. That's going to be the key proponent, and I want to do a bit less of that, okay, and a bit more of this. Right, you can see down here, that's the target we're going for. That's our forward vector. So we're doing a bit of that and a bit of that. There we go, that's better. And then a little bit of that. And then I want to slow us down just a smidgen. There we go. We actually don't want to slow down that much, do we? There we go. There we are, coming in. And we are on a little bit of an angle, but the good thing is we don't have these solar panels in the way that we've had in the past. There we go. And oh, that's a horrible docking. That's terrible. That's Kerbalism at its best. Not Kerbalism, but that's Kerbal and the sort of approach at its best. And let's put this back onto the normal, please. Thank you. There we go. Right. We are docked. Superb. So now we've got all that lovely ability to do things. So what we can actually do is, while we're here, while I remember, we can actually fill this up. We just get that filled up. We don't need to, but we've got this fuel tank on the bottom there, and I'm starting to think I would actually like a fuel tank on all the stations. The annoying thing is here, this actually blocks off that docking port, and I do love a normal, anti-normal docking, particularly for big craft. Not so bad for these little ones, but for these big craft, yeah. Right, let's have a look at what we're doing. So, up in here we can... Now that's interesting. What is it actually suggesting that I'm... What am I... Oh, because the station is targeting that. That's what the issue is. Okay, right. All right. Tell you what, let's go and have a look at this thing that we've got to look at. This object we've got to find. Right. Let's go and have a look at that now. Right. So here we have Mittler Kerman. You will notice he is sliding down the hill, because as soon as I stop with the engine, with the powering the wheels, they slide. You'll notice the brakes are on. Everything is on. Brakes are on. Everything's on. It's wonderful. It's just he's sliding. He's actually sliding. I mean, I wonder if I could put something behind the wheels. Let's have a look. Oh, that's interesting. Actually, I hadn't even thought about that. That's we better board, because this could go horribly wrong. Right. Are we moving anymore? I don't think we are. Right, I wonder if we could attach that to us. Could we attach that to us? Is that a possibility? That would be quite interesting. We could potentially kill ourselves, but it's only Mittler. Well, I mean, sorry, I don't mean it's only Mittler. I mean, it's Mittler. That sounded terrible. Sorry, don't look at me like that. Seriously, I didn't mean it. Right, let's have a look. Buildy. What have I've got nothing to build with. Do I have any struts anywhere? Did I not put anything on this craft? Did I not put anything on this? I could get the antenna off. I wonder if I could move some equipment around. What could we... Now there's an idea. I wonder if I could take the engines and put them facing downwards, just to give us a tiny bit of thrust downwards to hold us in place. That is an idea. The big thing here is, and let's just board back up, let's because we don't have any equipment, because, you know, didn't plan for this. Should have put a little bit of struttage and things on this. That would have been a brilliant idea. That's a failure for this week. I wonder if we can you put cargo containers inside cargo containers, like the little strap-on ones, because they would be a brilliant addition to this. So one of the problems we've got is, if we actually have a look at this location, I thought it was going to be on the top of a mountain or something. I thought it was going to be up there. It is not. It is on a slope, and it is what? This is what, 20-degree slope we're on. I can't land a rocket on that. I literally cannot. So we're going to have to drive up it, grab it, pull it down. Now, can I actually... What happens if I turn the brakes off? Brakes are off. Can I just push this thing? Can I just push it? Is that something we can do? Can we start it going slowly down the hill? Oh, careful. Careful, careful. Are we just getting lodged further on top of it? Is this going to end badly? Put the brakes on. Get the brakes on. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no. You know what? Retract? Uh-oh. Right. Turn the wheels. Turn the wheels. Turn the brakes off and give me wheel control. There we go. We're power sliding. We're power sliding down a mountain. Right. So somehow. Do that. Turn. We are sliding. Right. So somehow we have to get. Oh, come on. It's like driving a hovercraft. Anybody have driven a hovercraft before? I have not, but I'm sure that's what it is. You have to start steering before you realise you hit a corner, and if you're still steering when you see something, you've hit it. Right. I wonder if we just go past it like we did last time, just go past it and just sit on it. I wonder if we could just push it down the hill. Or maybe I should just nudge it because it's sort of stopped. It's a bit like an egg. If anybody didn't know, eggs are shaped the way they are, so they actually roll back to the nest if they come out. Give it a go. Put an egg on a flat surface or on a hill, a slight slope, and because of its shape, it will actually, if it's a light slope, it will actually rotate. It will. Now I'm pushing it up the hill, aren't I? That's not what we were trying to do. That's not what we're trying to do. What we want to do is just nudge it. It's very heavy. It's very heavy. Now, I wonder if I can just spin our back round. Spin. Oh, there we go. There we go. I hope there's nobody in it, because if there's somebody in it, they have got a headache and a half now. Oh, we're now doing a bit away. Right, I think we're going to need to build something more specific for this. I think we're going to need something more specific. We're going to have to send something up this hill to just literally grab this, and we may want it to actually take off with it, which would be not something this craft could do. It has the ability to go up. It does not have a docking port, so this thing is pretty much done. What I want to do is get back above it. So if we let's just try and go beside it, and then we'll try and just run down on top of. This is really hard to actually look at it sliding all over the place there. Right, let it slow it down as we go up the hill. Wonderful. Just do that. Okay, good. Bit more. Right, then do that. Oh, come on, get me up. Right, I want to put my wheels onto it so that this craft, because this rover cannot hold itself on this hill. We know that. We know it can't. Oh, it's auto-saving for me. How nice. Right, there we go. Right, is that going to help? No, that is not helping one bit. It's not helping at all. Come on, reverse. Give me reverse power. Turn the brakes off. Reverse. Come on. Turn the craft. Turn the craft. So interestingly, reverse is not as powerful as forward. That's interesting because my reverse is. Whoa. Come on. Right. You do not want to watch me doing this for 5 minutes. So I am going to either just jump away from this craft in the hope that it will be here when we get back, or I am going to finish this task. I think what I want to do is try and lodge us like we were at the start on the top of there, because it means we can actually have a good look at this. So let's have a look. Can we just? Am I going to jump away? Let's give it one more go, then I will jump away and try and do this. So we need to basically be lined up perfectly with that nose right into our posterior, I think. There we go. Do a bit of that. I wish I had sort of, I think we may have to put some engine changes in place. Right, so what I want to do is just slow it down as much as possible. Right, it's only just doing it. Slow down, slow down, slow down. No, wrong way. Yeah, I'm overpowering the engines. That's it. Come on. Nope. Come on. A little bit more. There we go. Go on. This is it. This is the one. Just, it's almost like docking. There we go. Just dock it and then put the brakes on. There we go. Note to self, whenever we build one of these in future, build something that can stop on a hill. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, if I put more wheels on, would that help? I don't know. Would more wheels make it more brakey? I don't know. It might add more weight. Right. So Mittler, we have identified this is what we're trying to get. It's a reasonable size. It's basically a cockpit. And we've got to get it off here somehow. There's our random structures, by the way. If you're interested, we've got to go around this bit. I actually drove up here and then around, which is good because I think going straight up here would have taken forever. And that is a concern with any craft. So I think we need something bigger, more powerful, more grippy to get this thing. So while we think about that and the horrible situation that Mittler is in. Oh, by the way, I also took the transmitter from down there and stuck it on the back of here because I forgot to repair this. We didn't do this repair. You will probably have shouted at me for that. So yeah, we could put these solar panels out. Gives us a bigger target. Of course, if we fall over, they will break. But we got solar panels on the top, and this seems to produce enough electricity. Those solar panels, even oddly in the dark, it was okay. Oh, sorry, sky. Even in the dark, it seemed to be okay. Right, let's get back to orbit and let's get to this craft that we need to dock, and then we can get our crew back, I think. Right, I will find you when our new craft is arriving at Minmus. Right, our craft has just arrived into the sphere of influence of Minmus. You see we've got a very weak signal to Minmus. I was watching it as it actually came along. When we get with this craft, with this antenna, this internal antenna, when it gets sort of past the Mun, it loses its signal, and it reacquires it as it approaches Minmus. So that's interesting and important to know. You can see its signal strength's getting more and more as we approach now. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get this thing, capture this thing into orbit. I actually hadn't even thought about the need for communications on this because we've been flying so many crewed flights that you just don't think about it. So I'm going to warp to there, and we're going to let this thing. Okay, the sky has got very much cloudier, not cloudier, starry. I'm sure there wasn't as many stars in it as that originally. Minmus should be, there we are. Minmus is above us, and we'll get this back on. It does annoy me when you jump craft, it will actually change this. It does annoy me that. Right, perhaps in 27 seconds. This should not require much to actually get into thingy. So I'm actually just going to fire some engines right now. My engine sounds have gone quieter, and I'm not entirely sure why. I don't know if they always were on this series or not. A bit odd. Right, and then we want to set as target, and then we'll just go here and add maneuver, and I want to go this way. Thank you. What's my inclination now? No, 1.1. There we go. Too far. We want to be no. There we go. 0 and do no. I've messed that up now. No. There we go. There we go. So we're going to fast forward to that. All right, and this is going to be a slow orbit. We are about 80 days away from actually doing our our asteroid satellite sort of deployment burn. So we will probably jump over to that at some point very soon and do that because we've done a lot of stuff in the Kerbal system. I'm also thinking about sending another probe to a Joule when it has its next window, this time with a bigger antenna, because I am pretty sure that one is not going to work for us. So we'll have to do that. Right. So it's going to put this into pretty much the normal orientation. Its actual maneuver node is slightly off, but that's probably just because of the time drift that we're going to have in about 24 seconds. So they reckons it's a 2-second burn, this. It doesn't really matter roughly. It's such a big, wide orbital margin on this one that it doesn't really matter when I do it. I could actually have a look, and I don't think it gives you your point of ascending, descending. No, it doesn't, which is annoying, but you know, it'll do. There we go. That's close enough. We don't need to worry too much about that right now. I suppose I really want to just get this thing down into a lower orbit as quickly as possible, because our phasing. Oh, look at that! Look at that! You know what? We're just going to go direct. I think it probably takes us very close to the surface. It does, but it doesn't really matter. We've got enough thrust on this thing. We've got enough fuel on this thing to counter that. So let's have a look. Ooh, what's that? That's 11 kilometers. Don't want that. Go down a little bit. Other way. Let's make it as close as possible. That's not going to work for me. That's not going to work for me. That's not going to work for me. So it's going to be this, isn't it? Oh, we've got a bit of inclination to deal with. Let's take it down as close to 100 meters as possible. That's not going to work for me. 60, that's fine. There we go. All right. So that's going to be in 3 days. Seriously? Oh, because I've done it behind there. Oh, that's annoying. Right, okay. Go on then. Travel round. We're going to lose signal when we get far out? Don't know. We do not have any communication systems at the moment, I notice, which is maybe something I need to look into. It is possibly a situation I need to look into, you know, if I'm entirely honest about what's going on here. Move that over just ever so slightly. There we go. Just a smidgen. Just. I don't have. Oh, you are kidding me. Can I fire my engines? I can. There we go. Right. Can't remove the maneuver node. Okay, we're going to do this old school without actually having engines. Brilliant. Without having controls. Oh, I can't do RCS either. Right. So where's the... I'm going to have to do this as we approach. And I'm not going to hit the planet at the moment. Well, I might actually, because there's hills that are high up. So this is because all that stuff's on the other side. So as I was just saying, communication system probably needed. Probably need a communication system around Minmus. That would probably be advantageous. Or just bigger dishes on my craft would probably be a good idea. Right, so the station's going to come around any second. There we go. We've now got signal. Right. Put me in retrograde. Get rid of that. Right, now I can RCS myself a little bit. Right, that's kilometers. That's kilometers. We're just going to fire RCS, and all I'm doing right now is firing. Again, my engine noise is gone completely. I cannot hear RCS. How weird. That is really weird. So I wonder if something's just glitched out at the moment. It's probably with, I don't know, doing something. So we've got 7. You know what, I'm going to just put a little tiny thrust. No, that's the wrong way. Well done. That's gone and ruined the whole program. So let's try that again. And there we go. Okay, that needs to be before. Oh, how close is it? Oh, that is close. That is close. A little bit of refinement, I think. Can we get it any closer? With 300 is as close as I'm going to get, is it? I can get closer. I think I can get closer. We're just going to leave it at that. Right. We'll leave it there. Turn off the RCS. And we're going to warp to there. Because we're going to lose signal. And then we're going to regain it. There we are. Right. Yeah, I need communication systems. I need communication systems really badly, in fact. Right. Ooh, warp there. I am debating what I do right now. That's an interesting one. That is an interesting one. Do I aim to get a bit closer? Let's see if the RCS will let us go a little bit closer now. No, it will not. It's actually just causing us to go further away. Ah, here we are. There we are. No. Right, so we're just going to be about 200 meters out. Okay. And the relative, turn that off. Relative from target is going to be, it's going to be 38. That's nothing. I can actually do that in a moment of burning. And the good thing is now we're so close to the station, we're always going to have signal, which is a massive positive. And again, we've time warped and it's moved to the next intersect. Why does it do that? Why is it not showing me this intersect when it's in time warp? Because that would be really useful. So now I'm having to look on the screen, and that, somebody please tell me, why does it do that? Why is it jumping to the next intersect because of time warp? That's just, you know, that actually makes this whole process take longer, which I don't think is particularly a sensible idea. Right, so 2 kilometers out, and then what we'll do is we'll drop out now. And it says 200 meters in some time. And actually, if I was clever right now, what I'd do is I do this and then turn the RCS on and oh, maybe not do that. Turn the RCS off, turn that on, and we'll wait until we go past and then do a bit of that and let us drift past a little bit more. Okie doke. We're going to do old school Kerbal docking. I can feel it. Yeah, we're doing the old school. So we're actually going to do the old school approach, which is face where you're going and drive towards it. No, that's the wrong controls. Thank you. There we go. That's the one I want. So we're just going to do this, which is a tiny little bit of thrust, 1 kilometer per second. Then we're going to turn around. And that's going to tell me that we're going to just take us within about 30 meters of the target, which is fine by me. And we're going to do that thing where I fire the engines at the station, because that's what we do in Kerbal. That's what we do. We don't do things like in real life. We don't do anything annoying like that. Right. So we're coming in. Here we go. Set it to here. Perfect. Right. We're going to. Where's my target? I want to dock on this port here. And I want to go do my usual thing of making sure that I'm actually controlling from where I'm actually controlling from. Right, we're going to put a little bit of thrust on. There we go. Now, I don't mind drifting that way because stuff and things. Right, so let's have a look. I want to basically be that position there. I want to roll myself like that. And then am I facing... I want to face down onto the ground a bit. Yeah, because we're going to be going... We're basically going to be facing the ground when we come in. That's the way we want to do it. Right. So we're going to go up and across. Right, we're just drifting up a little bit too much there, so pull that down a little bit. Oh, there we go. We're now sort of level, and then I want to go that way a bit, and I want to go forward a bit as well. I want to head towards this thing. And must remember, we've got solar panel. Oh, I'm coming in from the solar panel side, aren't I? And I can't retract those solar panels. That's the other thing I realised after the last docking with this thing, is that those are not retractable because they're the ones that just basically they're there. So yeah, this is going to be another one of those delicate dockings. So note to self: don't put solar panels right next to docking ports because you cause yourself problems. Now, I think this possibly is a wider craft. So yeah, that might be a problem thinking about it actually. Okay, we need to go up now a bit, which is that way. And then I really want to go just a smidgen this way, I think. Is that, no, I want to go that way a little bit. Yeah, that's right. Right. We don't want to go any faster than we are right now. Maybe a little bit. Maybe speed this up a smidgen. Right. So we're just watching these 3 points. We're looking at where we're facing. We're looking at our target. We're looking at our current sort of thrust. I'm just going to put our thrust there, just beyond it, so we're going to overshoot, and then I can actually correct. And if I do that, I think we're actually pretty much in line left to right now. Is that right? Yeah, so we're just looking at up and down. So we're coming in slightly below, I think. Yeah, we're coming in slightly below, and we're going to lift up as we go. And I just need to make sure that we don't overshoot and hit a solar panel, which would be disastrous, in fact. Yeah, that's it, coming in. How far away are we? We're about meters away. Meters away. Let's speed up. There we go. Right. I think we're lined up. I think that is a line. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, my RCS is not nimble enough. We've got too much chunky RCS on this. Right. I think we're going to be okay. I think we're going to be okay. I think the actual magnetism is going to save us on this one. I think the magnetism will save us. I'm hoping the magnetism will save us. Magnetism save us. There we go. Oh, it was actually better than I thought. Right. So this now needs to go back into normal. There we go. Right. So we have now docked multiple craft. I know I need to actually send one of these up as well to act as a rescue vessel for this at some point. But yeah, I'm not massively worried about it. Right, so let's see. Best way to do this is we're going to just pop crew out, I think. And is this, yeah, right. So we're going to, and I know that there's something you have to do as well. So we're going to transfer Val to there. We're going to transfer, where are we? Hello, where's my crew transfer gone? I was literally just on it. Transfer crew, there we are. I'm going to transfer Thiuli into there, right. Then we're going to come up here. We're going to grab, and I imagine they'll be able to walk through here. That's why I'm letting myself do this. We're going to transfer Leela finally to there. I wonder if that will give her a next start. Now, we have samples on here, so I want them. So we're going to take, no, not you, none of you, don't want any of you. Thiuli, you're going to EVA because you can, and you are going to, oh no, Thiuli. Oh, Thiuli. We're going to have to let go. Damn it. Is it easier to come here and get the science? I don't know. Let's have a look. Right. What does it say? Can I actually just transfer science inside the system? I bet I can't. Transfer crew, no. Right, review stored data. So it's definitely stored in there, and there's 7 bits. Right, Thiuli, I don't really want to get you to go back and all over the place, so we're gonna transfer you. Thiuli, transfer you to there. Right, Thiuli. Great, superb. This is never going to go wrong, is it? Right, we're going to take the data. Thank you. Now, let go. Get your RCS on. And stop going that way. And go this way. Thank you. A bit that way. And I'd like you to go down. Well, forward. Well, forward. Forward is good. Right, Thiuli, there we go. I know we don't have a good reputation. I'm going to be honest with you. Oh, wrong way, Thiuli, wrong way. No, come on. Look, literally there. Literally, that's where I need you to go. Store experiments. Right, you've stored them now. Now you can actually get into the space there. Why will you not orientate? Look this way. Why am I? Right. Why are you doing this to me? What? To your life. Seriously? Just grab that. That's better. Right. Not impressed. Not impressed. Always with the difficulties. I don't even know why would you not reorientate when I was facing the other way? Seriously. Right. Thiuli. Now these don't retract, do they? No, they don't. I wonder if I could actually move them. Ah, now that might be a better idea. Move them up here. You know what? Before you go, where are we? Where are we? Before we go with you, can we move some stuff? Can we move this? We can. Can it move up there though? To there. Oh, good. Can you move this one as well? Because that's just be getting a bit silly, hasn't it? And put it. No, there. That's the one. There we go. Much safer. Much safer. Thank you very much, Leela. Thule, take note. Seriously, take note. Actually, can I level up crew? Leela is now a level 2 engineer, so I could have actually done that when we got there, and Leela could have stayed anywhere. Note to self, didn't do it. Right, time to undock, and it's time to get these samples home. Right, so there we are. The craft is reversing. Pull some through. Again, not getting noise from my thrusters. Have I not had noise from my... Let's look, listen really carefully. Nope, nothing. Okay. And I don't... I'm getting a very faint sound. Right, let's get this thing back to the Kerbin. Right, so where's Kerbin? There it is. Right, so note to self, how do I do this? It's like something like here, is it? Or is it like here? Or it's something like that? It's about here. Let's have a look. What's that doing for me? That's sending me into interplanetary space. Probably not the best idea. Do it at this point. Here. Alright, let's try this now. What's going on? Why can't I do this anymore? I used to be really good at returning from stations and stuff. And it's just not working anymore. Really, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Right, there we go. No. Why are we doing this wrong? What's going wrong with us? Suppose you need to basically angle that like that, don't you? There we go. Right, that's better. Okay. I wonder whether it's because Minmus has such low escape velocity that I'm actually just counteracting my normal thoughts, because I normally would just burn that way. And I think when you start doing it, it goes off in a weird location. So, let's just see, where's that going to take me? Is that going to allow me to do it? All the way down to 0? Oh, that's not a good one. Tell you what, we're just going to do how I would... Traditionally, I would have done it there. Like that. Or actually, no, I wouldn't. I'm telling a lie. Traditionally, I would actually put it at right angles to the orbit of my planet. So, that like that there. But this is now absolutely everywhere. What's this doing? What's my... Perhaps is... There you go. We want to take it down to what, 30? 30? Don't want to burn up. Don't want to kill Val, but yeah. Only 177 for that. That's actually quite staggering. You know, when you go into other bodies, that's oh, the burn is almost now. That's I was expecting a long wind up there for it, but actually it's because we're actually literally just approaching the point of burn. So I'm actually just going to do the burn. I just we can always fix it. Let's see, T off. Go to prograde because we're only burning prograde, and fire the engines, please. And do that. I want to get rid of that one. I don't want to pay that one now. And we're going in. Do a little bit of this. So we just want to get this down to about 30 is the ideal point for me, I think. All the way back to something like 30. I want to say 30. 30 is maybe too steep, but whatever. Let's just do it. Right. So let's time warpy along. More time warping, please. Thank you. There we go. Of course, patch conics, not n-body physics. We're not using Principia or whatever it's called. We are using patch conics, which means you get these funny changing direction, obviously, certain things to represent what's going on. 25 days. No, it's doing that thing again, isn't it? Yeah, it's doing that thing again where I'm in time warp and it won't let me see the first half of my journey. So if I do that, Then I come over here. Does that fix it? Yes, it does. So that is time warp. Time warp does not let you have nodes or create nodes on your first sort of half of your journey. That's really interesting. Now, is that just a glitch with this? Now, this is the actual third version of this that I've actually had or this save in. So is it a glitch from this save, or is it actually a glitch there? Please go on yours and actually have a look and tell me, is it the same thing happening on your saves, or is it just mine? You know, that's an interesting one. Right, well, I've lost Kerbin. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. We'll just get closer. Right, there we go. 1 hour away. We're coming in reasonably fast. I would like to... Whoa, we actually are going... Oh, what on earth was going on there? Rewind the video. That was 11,000 meters per second it was showing. I'm sure it was 11,000 meters per second. I'm convinced of it. Where are we? Oh, there we are. We're coming over the pool. That was 11,000 meters per second in time warp. It didn't do it that time. I'm sure it was. I'm convinced that was the case. I wasn't in relative sort of thingy or anything like that. So what was going on there? That's crazy. That was like a return from Earth, from the moon to Earth. That's cool. That's really, I think they've done something with the mountains, because that looks absolutely awesome. That is awesome, isn't it? Look at that. I like this. Is this like a glacier or something? I think that must be new. But this is just, I think they've, you know, over the time they've just added, just really improved the Kerbal sort of globe ever so much, just adding things, and just the height maps being more extreme, and you know, all that sort of stuff. They've really done a good job with actually the environment of Kerbin, and obviously now with the other planetary bodies as well. So here we go. We're just going to flip along until we get to atmospheric interface, which will be now-ish. There we go. So stuttery, thank you very much. Put us into retrograde. Oh, we're doing 3,000. Should probably fire some engine. We've got a bit of fuel. We'll just fire a bit of engine off. There we go. Wonderful. And we can't accelerate, of course we can't. What we can actually do is just physical time warp. That's all we do. A bit of physical time warp. Just help ourselves slow down. Now, we don't need to do this. This heat shield should be more than capable of actually stopping this craft, but we've got the fuel anyway, so we might as well. Uh-oh. Oh, I forgot something. Oh, did I forget this one? Oh, so maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was not the RCS ports that were the problem last time. I think maybe we were attached to the wrong node. I wonder if this here, this tank, is actually attached to the bottom of this heat shield node. That would be a possibility, wouldn't it? That would be a very simple, clear possibility, in fact. And now I've emptied all the fuel out of this thing. If this flips, I need to put the RCS on. If this flips, we die. Are they separate is the question, or not? There's some sort of glitch going on there. So we know we have to rebuild this craft. I think we can't use this anymore. This is now the second or third glitch that this has had. So there's something about this section here. There's something clipping or something that's going on that's that we don't want. Oh, that's look at that river. Oh, that is a cool river. That is cool. So you could actually, I believe I've seen a video where somebody flew up this, and that is like a speed run up the river. That's really cool. A little bit of air without water, which is a pity because it means you can't build a boat and go all the way up. I suppose you could build a boat with wheels, like amphibious car. It's a bit there as well, isn't it? That would be really cool to actually do a little trek up there. We'll have to see. Are we actually gonna? We're not going to land on it, though, are we? I hope not, because that would be embarrassing. Oh, of course, we only have RCS on this pod now, don't we? Because we disengaged those, and now that's lost its control. That's really interesting. So, right, we are falling through the atmosphere. Should probably fire parachutes. Is the parachute situation going to pull us away from this? That's the question. Or are we going to be shaking to bits on the way down? That is interesting. We're getting a nice look at the river. That is quite cool. That's really nice. 4,000. I can't remember when the parachute's going to enlarge. I wish they would do it reasonably soon. At some point. Right, about 1,000. I'm going to be careful about 1,000 for some reason. There we go. Right. Okay. So we're going down. We're going to be under 10 meters per second. So even if we lose something, we're not going to lose a lot. So what seems to be glitching? What is glitching? Let's have a look inside. See if they can... it's horrible. It's terrible. I wonder whether that RCS port is actually what's glitching. I think these heat shields do not have a standard... they don't have a standard hitbox, I think. And I think there's these RCS ports are actually even just there, capable of clipping it. So that's possibly one of the problems. These guys should actually be shaken to bits by... Look, you're fine. Really? Seriously? Well done, Lilo, on getting 2 stars, by the way. You're going to have to get 3 stars next, though. Right, so we're going to take this all the way down. If I could actually time warp, I would actually be able to time warp through it, but we can't do that, so yeah. We can't non-physically time warp. So there we go, all the way down. Oh. Landed. Down. Can I? Oh, now. Am I going to be able to end the mission, is the problem. That's going to be problematic, isn't it? Let's try a bit of that. Can we just jump it out? Right, this is mission critical problems now. Mission critical problems. Val? Hatches are obstructed. How is the hatch obstructed now? The hatch is not obstructed. Oh. Oh. Thank goodness. Something blew up and it enabled us to go. The engine went. Did something else go? Wow. Right, note to self. The Swede is a death trap. We don't fly it again. Right, so with that comment from me, until next time, have a great one.